Christmas. We are the law. This is our first, maybe last.
Yes.
If John cannot handle it, maybe last Christmas episode ever.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. We're ready for Christmas. You may be wondering, hey, isn't it Thanksgiving?
No.
Aren't we still balls deep in Thanksgiving? Well, actually, we're taking a break.
Yep.
Because it's Christmas time. I'm here with Michael and John. Fellas,
Hi.
how are you? How has the Lord been treating you this wonderful week?
Oh, it's been crazy over here. I moved, which is wild time.
Where did you move to?
I got my own place, bro. In cool. It's a cool white. Lots of
For
white.
the listeners, he's doing a gang
Yeah.
sign. Just if you're wondering what's happening,
If you were wondering what that sound was, that
if you
feeling.
hear like
I have one
gentle breeze.
You do like bloods, but you do poop instead.
This is the poop
Brown,
gang.
Browns.
Poop. The Cleveland Browns.
I will say I need to make a comment about the opening, because you know how we watch shit, judge shit.
Yeah.
And he said, most importantly, Merry Christmas. It sounds like what we do is Merry Christmas.
Yes, we do.
marry.
We're having.
Yeah.
Listen, we've been with Christmas a long time.
It's time to make it official.
Yes.
It's time to lock it down, or
Yeah.
else she's gonna find another man.
Mm-hmm.
Make an honest woman out of Christmas.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally. Ugh.
She's just a dirty whore right now. And we're
I
gonna
noticed that Sean has cool green and red lighting. Michael has another office inside of his office.
Yeah.
And I have trash. There's trash over here.
What is that? What's in
Is
there?
it Christmas
I don't
gifts?
know.
Christmas.
I think I had like a handyman in here and didn't know it. So now I'm wondering what else is in
I
there.
wonder where he is now. Where'd he go?
That'd
Yeah.
be amazing if, like, 30 minutes through the show, we just see him emerge from the door behind you, and you don't notice it, and we're just like, oh fuck, oh fuck. We're like, John, behind you.
That's every like Zoom call horror movie from
Yes.
now on.
Wait.
You're,
The handyman
get
call
hosted.
is coming from inside the house.
you're about to get unfriended, John.
Oh shit. Have y'all seen there's an old comedy bit where like it's like a therapist's office and they're like getting like
Yeah.
a really in-depth like deep conversation, but the whole
Mhm.
time there's like a guy fixing the desk under it. Yeah,
Really?
you can like hear all these horrible
That
things.
sounds amazing.
It was really funny. I can't remember who or what, but just
If you're listening, Kill Donkeys, and you're smart, much smarter than us, what is that bit from?
Yeah.
And if it's not from anything, tell us, and Michael can use it for a
Yes,
sketch.
there we go.
Maybe he just thought of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I know it's not John Panette because John Panette only had the one bit about
Is
the
you go
Chinese
now.
buffet, and you've been here for hours.
Some back in those days, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Maybe just mildly racist now, just a
Fuck,
touch.
man, inspired. That thing was dangerous because it inspired me suffering through my father doing the Chinese voice at any
Oh my
ethnic
gosh.
restaurant for the rest of my life.
Really?
Oh, fucking
He does the Chinese voice
horrific.
at
Oh my
like
God.
Jamaican places.
Always ordered the poo poo platter, and whenever if they didn't have the poo poo platter, he almost wanted them to not have the poo poo platter because then he could go awesome.
No.
And then I'm just sitting there as a child, fucking smoldering.
Wow.
That's a bad dad.
You were a progressive.
Wanted to
You were a
die.
progressive child.
Progressive baby.
Yeah.
Progressive baby.
Wah.
was like-
This is problematic.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever done like they order the poo poo platter and they're out of it and then they go, "Oh, okay. Do you have pee pee?" That would be pretty good.
Do you have the piss platter?
Plate of
I just
piss.
It was just a fart platter.
just give me the win. We're believe it or not, we saw a movie.
Mhm.
It's hard to tell from the way we're talking right now. Just
Yeah.
aimlessly jabbering
Love it.
about racism, China. Well, I mean,
kinda
maybe
fits.
Maybe your dad was it was a preemptive strike against them for giving us No disrespect, coronavirus.
Or maybe he watched Gremlins and saw the kind of racist,
It is.
like nebulously Asian people.
It is weird.
Are there nebulously Asian people? Did I miss
There was
this?
like in Chinatown, there was
Nebulous.
like
Oh yes, sorry.
Japanese stuff and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw a
There's lots of
dragon in
just
there.
Generic.
yeah.
It's fine.
Over there they like dragons and chess,
Mm-hmm.
and they all have the long mustache.
Yeah.
Also, the guy who plays the old guy played like the #1 son in the Charlie Chan movies, so he has like a
Whoa.
long history of being in unfortunately racist movies.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know about the him playing the #1 son in the Charlie Chan
No.
movies?
#1 son.
What a fool!
Well, speaking of fools, I have like the
Yeah,
I have the worst news I've ever realized
no.
in my whole life.
What?
I have to go actually. I'm just
up?
kidding.
Oh.
Even worse than that, I haven't
What?
been recording any of
Oh,
Oh my god.
I had a feeling.
It's okay. Wait, is it playing on the world?
It's
is the world
streamed
watching?
out. All of that's streamed, but
It will save it.
it will?
Yes.
Really?
It
You
usually
are-
does.
Michael, before you were born, and just Sean and I
Think back.
Twitch stream,
Uh-huh.
I would probably only record about 1 in every 16 of these.
It's true.
And sometimes like
That's amazing.
I would spend 45 minutes trying to like think of a lie to tell Sean where it was somehow like his fault and not my fault.
Yeah.
And then finally I'd be like, Sean, I did not record it.
I don't
And
know what
every time-
happened.
Yeah. Every time he'd have to explain to me that it was okay because I always forget
Yeah.
that it was okay.
I
And
think
I
it's
really
okay.
can't believe I'm remembering all this now.
Well,
but
Kill Donkey
what a day.
Chad Ryden said that Twitch archives it and we can download it. So hopefully
Chad,
it works.
thank you so much.
as long as we don't like hum a song that is like in a similar key to any other song.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Because if there's any kind of copyrighted music in a Twitch stream, it will be
Gone.
deleted forever. So no one
Really?
hum the Gremlins theme
Okay.
song.
I will not.
And with that, I feel like I have to do the Gremlins summary, render a summary
I think
Okay, do
judgment.
so.
it.
I think so.
Give
Because
us a
I said
summary.
I had never seen it before.
May I may I
spoiler.
butt in
Sure, absolutely.
Please.
real quick? You don't like Christmas movies. It must be known that you don't like Christmas in general.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow.
But maybe not
Bah
specifically
humbug.
Christmas
Wow.
movies.
Turns out, now that I don't have to visit my family members or do anything for Christmas, I fucking
Now
love it.
it's awesome.
Christmas is great. I'm having a great time.
It is a great
Christmas is
time.
good.
This is a pretty good Christmas.
I like it. I'm living alone for the first time, and Christmas is a breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also
But,
a great time to become anti-capitalist. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not buying anything.
I'm buying stuff. I just buy it for me.
Either.
And I order Chinese food for me. I can't wait to do the Chinese food Christmas thing, which I've never been able to do. I've always had to eat some goddamn ham or something at some girlfriend's parents' house. God damn it. But finally, yeah, we're just going to order Chinese food and do fuck all.
That's amazing.
Nothing.
I love it.
Do
beautiful.
nothing.
I'm
so
I'll
in
be
the
over.
spirit, I bought a Santa outfit.
What? Oh
Uh-oh.
shit! Jo-
For the listeners,
Yes.
if you're not watching, know that John has left the screen. There's an empty chair. It's sort of see-through.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you can see. It's like a
It's
mesh.
glass.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
he
gosh.
is in fact holding up what looks to be a big red pillow. Is that a big red pillow?
Wow.
I'm gonna make sure it has a an ass flap
Yes, please.
and something for my
Flap
junk to
that
come out the
ass.
front
Flap
as
that
well.
ass. Flap that ass. Let me
'Cause
see
I've got
that
an
junk.
end game in mind with this, boys. What the fuck is that?
We've
Well, if
entered
you're listening on the
the game.
podcast, you can't tell, but I am brandishing a fully sexualized Santa outfit
Whoa.
that probably won't fit me.
Ooh.
Does it say sexy Santa on it?
But I claimed to have not seen Gremlins,
Uh-oh.
Liar.
and I think I lied. Because as I watched it,
Like,
Shaking
I was
my
like,
damn head.
boy, it sure feels like I've seen this movie before.
yeah, you were like, nigga, I watched this last week.
Maybe even hundreds of times.
That's what he said. He said the N word.
Yeah, out loud.
It's too bad, but he did. He had to.
I missed something here. I don't want to know. Gremlins.
Yes, Gremlins.
Lovable folk singer
Ooh.
who I think is supposed to remind us of Burl Ives or something.
Yes.
Wanders into Chinatown
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
to peddle his wares. He's an inventor to peddle his wares.
Yes.
He ends up in a pawn shop / pet store
Mm-hmm.
owned by the villain from Big Trouble in Little China.
That is not him.
He purchases a Mowgli.
Yes.
Purchases a Mowgli, played by Jason Scott Lee, and voiced by Howie Mandel.
Yes.
Wait, really?
But for
That's him.
he's told with the Mowgli, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Do not feed
Him.
No.
Mowgli after midnight. Do not get Mowgli's pussy wet.
No.
Never.
And I think the third rule is don't talk about fighting.
Yeah.
Well, he goes home and he gives it to Henry Thomas, fresh off of E.T. Hot.
Oh boy.
And Henry Thomas and Corey Feldman, who's vastly underutilized in this film.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
weird.
Why didn't he play the Henry Thomas role?
No clue.
He should have. It's clearly written for a young person.
Or okay, let's be clear. Why didn't Henry Thomas play this role? Because the guy who plays this role is like, I think he was actually a young person, but he looks like 39
Yeah.
and has like curly Steve Gutenberg chest hair.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I mean, he's a
He was
good looking
19.
guy. Don't get me wrong.
He's hot.
Mm-hmm.
He's hot, but he wasn't much of an actor. I guess
Oh,
we're
dang.
spoiling my we're
Dang.
spoiling my low main.
Devastating.
Oh.
They get the little Mowgli wet and feed the son of a bitch after midnight.
Yeah, how?
And
Both
talk
of
about
them.
Fight Club.
How does that happen?
And it just gets completely out of control. And as it turns out, Mowgli, he's like a. It's not a chihuahua. What are those? It's not a chupacabra.
It's not
It's like a chinchilla. He's like a chinchilla where he just shits out little pellets constantly. I don't know if you've ever been around a chinchilla,
Never.
but
Yes.
but they shit more than they eat. I'm not kidding.
What?
They somehow shit more than they eat.
Wow.
And this little
don't
Mowgli just keeps crapping out little versions of himself that turn into green meanies.
Yes.
Actual gremlins
Yeah.
from the Twilight Zone movie, also directed by Joe Dante.
Whoa.
and Steven
Mhm.
Spielberg.
What?
And the gremlins terrorize the town and kill a good number of people
Mm-hmm.
until finally the happy mystical shaman, the magical Negro Chinese man returns at the end to scold Burl Ives.
He's mad.
He
and
mad.
take the gremlin back. And like in between there, we just get like great horror scenes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
great gags,
Yeah.
Ugh.
Lots of
and
gags.
excellent
So many
acting by
gags.
Corey Feldman and I can't remember. Is it Glenn Turpin?
Yes, it is Terman, I think.
Glenn Turman? I can't remember.
Who?
But one of the great like underutilized actors.
Yeah, he's like he plays the mayor in The Wire.
And we
This is an act. I think this may be an actual fun fact that I know about Glenn Turman that I learned.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He used to be married to Aretha Franklin,
What?
which is
That's wild.
just seems weird. But is that a fun fact? Tell me.
That's very
is
fun.
that fun?
I think that's very
Okay,
fun.
good.
I'm having fun with that fact.
Good. I'm really enjoying
Yeah.
that fact. Fun fact part 2. I brought another fun fact.
Fuck.
This one may be even more fun. Hoyt
that Dick
Axton, who
Williams?
plays the dad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know all about Hoyt Axton.
Yeah, you probably have worked with Hoyt Axton.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
So
He's
my
probably dead by
dad
now.
is like a would-be folk singer bluegrass guy.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
So he has tortured me with Hoyt Axton songs my entire life. Hoyt Axton's pretty cool, and he's had a pretty cool career.
I know
But
very
what were
little
you gonna
about
say?
it.
Did you know his whole discography's been lost?
What?
Whoa.
He's one of the Universal Fire guys.
Oh my
Where
god.
they had that big
Dang.
fire and they lost all of Hoyt Axton's shit.
Holy crap.
What?
That sucks.
But what was your fun fact? I'm sorry.
Fun fact, this is the only fact I know about him actually. He wrote that song, "Joy to the World," but that Three Dog Night
Yeah.
famously made.
Whoa.
With the he wrote the famous words, "Jeremiah was a bullfrog,
Yeah.
was a good friend of mine."
He's fucking nuts. I wish he'd just written like "Joy to the World." Wish he'd written that one.
Yeah.
Then he'd
That'd
really
be
be
great.
rolling in it.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Frog.
Wrote the song "Greenback Dollar," which is actually a good song.
I
Ooh.
don't know that one.
And I think that might be his only good song. But
Sorry, Hoyt.
that brings me to my hero of the picture.
Are you doing Euros
What?
already?
Are
Oh,
we
shit.
Euros?
Lloyd
Okay.
Axton is my hero of the picture.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, I really like this movie, and I guess we should talk
Wow.
about how wonderful it is because this movie was so fun and good, and it was good in a strange way because it is in no way like this is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. No.
No.
But it's one of those like movies where it's like I feel like this used to be the baseline for a good movie.
Yeah.
yes.
I could. Yeah.
Like during that era of filmmaking, and I don't think this is a super expensive film.
No.
Like probably between like $5 and $10 million.
Yeah.
But
50.
the craftsmanship that went into it and how everything looks pretty fucking good
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and well lit and well paced
yeah.
and interestingly cast. you
Yeah.
know. This feels like this used to be the baseline for a good picture, as it were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now it's just like when I go to the movies, I'm like, please, for the love of God, don't be completely unwatchable.
Yes. Please. That's
Yes.
great.
I think there's also something I was thinking. I had kind of a bad day. I'm okay now, but I had kind of a bad
Oh,
day.
no.
And this is a testament to how good it is. Is I was watching it and just going, ha ha, like laughing
That's
and having a fun time. And I shouldn't have because I was in a bad mood. But like I turned it on, and there's like Goldsmith kicking ass with his
Ugh.
score.
Yeah.
There's just so much fun.
It's great.
And it's just so silly, and then it gets super dark, but it's also still silly, even though people are probably dead. But maybe you could argue that they're just laying on the floor very still, but probably dead.
Yeah. That's true.
So you're saying Hoyt is your hero of the picture,
Whoa.
I
John?
think so. Like I feel like his narration and his general energy sets up the film so well.
Yeah.
And lets you know exactly what kind of picture you're talking about.
Mhm.
Like as soon as when he's in that Chinatown pawn pet store, as soon as he pulls out and tries to sell one of his first
Yes.
basically unusable inventions,
Ugh.
you
Bathroom
kind of
buddy.
know what kind of movie you're in
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
immediately.
So goofy.
This movie reminded me a lot of like, I don't know. I'm not as familiar with Joe Dante's work as I guess I would like to be. It made me
Good.
want to rewatch. I've seen The Burbs a lot,
Oh yeah, that was fun.
but I haven't seen like Matinee many times or
Mm-mm.
Joe versus the Volcano or anything. But
Howling?
if this is, I've seen The
Oh.
Howling many times. But
Howling's good.
it made me like this type of movie that is kind of in a heightened comedic reality.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
It's fun, and I feel like this kind of movie is extinct.
I agree.
Yes.
I really agreed with what you said earlier. Like as soon as it starts, you just like instantly feel that movie magic, cinematic. Like it just pulls you in. And yeah, I
Yes.
think that's completely gone now.
Starts
You
with
know,
a big matte painting.
matte paintings, models, crane shots, like where they spend the money. Like nowadays, it's like, all right, we've got $10 million. We're gonna spend $9.5 million to get Denzel motherfucking Washington
Yeah.
and spend no other money.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys? Green light. Now it's like, all right, let's get Hoyt. Let's get this old folk singer. Let's get no movie
Yeah,
stars.
please.
Let's
Nope.
spend a shit ton of money on this, making this town filled with snow. That couldn't have been cheap
No.
because it makes it look good and magical. Let's have like 100 puppets.
Yes.
Those couldn't have been cheap. I mean, all the money is, and don't get me wrong, I love Denzel Washington. I love the Equalizer movies. I love sequelizer movies.
Sequel.
I'm not afraid.
Threequalizer.
I'm not afraid to watch that type of shit.
Mhm.
I'm not afraid.
And if you get a good enough actor, I'm in.
Sure.
But otherwise, you don't see where the money is. You
Yeah.
see every dime that was spent on Gremlins in Gremlins.
Absolutely.
And and like Michael said, movie magic. That's
Oh yeah.
that's what you feel. You feel movie magic,
It's-
craftsmanship.
It's it's priceless. Well, it costs a lot of money, but it feels priceless. You're like,
But for
Ah,
us,
this is it.
as we watch it, priceless.
Yeah, I love it. The whole setup, everything's great. Chad Ryden said Darlene's love song at the start is very great. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't name what that is, but
Probably Darlene Love.
oh,
Oh,
Darlene
Love.
loves.
Sorry, whoa.
I read that as a love song.
Fucking
My
weird.
brain
Yeah,
was
sorry.
trying to decode Darlene's love song, and I was like,
Darlene's.
which character is named Darlene?
You don't
And then
remember
I was like,
Darlene?
Phoebe Cates named Darlene.
Is that her character name?
Christmas
Did
baby,
she sing
please
a
come
song?
home.
Yes.
Don't make me put on this sexual Santa suit.
Yeah,
Do it.
please
Put it
live
on.
on the show. Get naked.
Get naked.
I
put it
started
on.
the show naked.
Yeah,
Michael recorded some of it and is
Whoops.
threatening to use it against me.
yeah. I'll always have
But
that.
my favorite, like, I feel like just Hoyt Axton just sets the stage very well for me.
Ooh, yeah.
And like, I don't even care that he's not good at acting.
No.
Who
like,
gives
I
a
feel like-
shit?
Being like a cool dad guy.
Oh,
I feel like if you got like he gives off some tremendous John Candy vibes, like John
Yes.
Candy and
Yeah.
Home Alone vibes, John Candy and Planes, Trains vibes. But
yes.
if you cast John Candy in that role, too much.
too much. I agree.
Yeah.
Too
I
much there.
agree. I agree.
You're just gonna be like, when he goes away, you're just gonna be like, where the fuck?
Yeah, where'd he go?
Yes.
Bring back John Candy. Hoyt, perfect amount of charm.
Yes.
Not too much, not too little. Like, I feel that the character is kind of a sleazebag and also a great dad.
Yeah,
And that's like the type of duality this movie has that I love, where
that's
it's
true.
like, this movie is funny and seems like it's for kids, but also, are they going to kill everyone?
Yeah, it seemed like it
Yes.
for a bit. I was like,
Are someone's
whoa.
head going to get knocked off and thrown into a fire?
Yes.
Like, these type of movies exist in like a world that doesn't exist anymore, where it's like, what genre is this movie? All of them.
Yeah,
Everything.
exactly.
It's the sad story of a pathetic loser and his son.
Yeah.
just spending hundreds of dollars when they're like maybe not able to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Tiny subplot. Maybe they can't pay the
Who
rent
knows?
now. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Michael.
There's some dark bits, like the part where he's like romancing that lady, like he's walking her home, and she's just like talking about how people want to kill themselves at Christmas. You're like,
yes.
fuck. Jeez.
Suicides go up at Christmas time.
Oh yeah, what was the?
Then she,
There was
then
a
she drops
line.
the bomb about her dad, which is
Oh, that shit is
Oh,
fucked up.
the
a strong gag.
the line that got me is like when some people are opening presents, other people are opening their wrists. I was like, holy.
Yes. Yes.
It's like, gee.
Phoebe gets most of the good lines. She gets to do that whole long. She gets to tease that something bad happened on Christmas,
Yeah.
and then later the payoff is like, "Oh shit, your dad died on." Spoiler: Your dad died on Christmas. Holy fuck!
Ho ho holy.
Yes, and she gets to do that wonderful speech with the light of flames
Ugh.
dancing on her face, and she gets to tear up a little bit during a really insane speech about her dad being mysteriously gone and then found inside of their chimney when she
That's
smelled the
crazy.
death. She was going to make a fire, and she noticed the fucking smell. Wow.
Father's chestnuts. roasting
Yeah.
on the fire.
That's
That's
so
that good
wild.
shit, man. Give me the darkness.
Yes, you need
Really
it.
dark.
I love
And-
it.
Ennui.
And just like right in the middle, I bet with the crowd, you watch that and you laugh. But sitting at home, I was like, oh man, this is fucking
Fuck,
sad.
Exactly.
All
But
right.
if you're in a theater watching that, you're going, ha!
Question
Get that.
for the Kill Donkeys and for you two, gentlemen.
Okay.
Especially for Sean,
Okay.
because I don't know if you know this, Michael,
Yes.
I don't know.
but Sean worships at the altar of Steven Spielberg
What?
I
to
love
like a
Spielberg.
really grotesque, simple, just a simple degree, a simpleton's degree. And but I'm gonna say this: Gremlins
How dare you?
is better than the Goonies.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I agree.
Do you guys agree,
Yes.
disagree? And I want to know if any Kill
Okay,
Donkeys out
this
there
is-
have any opinions.
This is not gonna be good for me. I don't really care about Goonies at all.
Really?
It didn't
I think
do
that's
it for
fine.
me. I was like,
That's fair.
I don't think it hits the level that Gremlins hits.
I love
really
Gremlins.
don't.
I haven't watched it since I was a little kid.
Really?
But then I had like a great love for it.
Me
Sure.
too. Yeah.
It was like one of those like Die Hard and that and Princess Bride and like a few movies that for some reason I just watched 1,000 times.
Well, I mean, when there's a character that you, not necessarily physically, but also physically, like you seem so much like Sloth in our day-to-day lives that
Baby Ruth.
that it really I see how you connect with the character.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
I do have a barrel chest.
But
Michael.
what-
Sorry. Go ahead, John.
Where do you land on this show? So it's been too long for you. Well, if any Gill Donkeys
too
have
long,
an answer out there, let
but
us know.
my guess is Gremlins.
Wow.
I would have to rewatch them soon after one another.
Yeah.
But watching Gremlins today, I was like, man, I was having such a shitty day, and now I'm not even having a shitty day anymore. Like, my day is
awesome.
better. This just changed my day around.
There you go.
What more can you ask from a movie?
Yes.
That's what it does.
Exactly. And I was having, like, slightly elegiac, but mostly positive thoughts of, like, being in a movie theater with 300 other people watching Gremlins.
Wow.
And how much fucking fun you would have watching that movie.
Yeah.
Like, so many of the really spicy jump scares. Like, even the first time Gizmo jumps out.
Yeah.
He's just, just like picturing an entire crowd going,
Yeah.
when like a weird, adorable puppet jumps
Yeah,
out. It's like,
exactly.
oh, man. We can all do this together. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Michael?
there's some good ones in there. Like when he goes to reach for that, he's like reaching for the phone, and then that claw like slashes.
Yes.
It's classic.
Good call, Slash.
Classic.
Michael?
Yes.
Lay your euro on me, please.
Okay, my Euro as a kid
Oh.
was Gizmo because I loved Gizmo. I
course.
related to Gizmo. You know, I just felt like we got each other. You know,
So beautiful.
Gizmo's great, but rewatching it, Gizmo's not really that big of a. Doesn't really play that big of a role. In the second one, I think
No.
he's way more important. But in this one, he's kind of just there. But he's sweet.
Yeah.
He's like to sell toys,
Yes.
which is fine. That's where I felt Spielberg's presence the most.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I feel like Spielberg was like, "Do you think maybe you could put some more Gizmo in this?"
Well, you were actually completely right because
Whoa.
apparently in the original version, Gizmo turns into a gremlin. And
Different picture.
different picture altogether. And
Yeah.
Spielberg was like, "Hey, what if the only likable character stayed beautiful
Likable.
and small
The whole time.
just the whole time?"
That's great.
And everybody's like, "Ah, fuck, you got us, Steven, you got
You
us.
got us again, Steve.
I mean,
you got us."
imagine the emotional weight that would have had if they had to kill Gizmo.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah,
Oh
fuck
my
it. No,
God.
Spielberg's wrong. What if they kill fucking
Yeah, that'd be like the
Gizmo?
fucking Fly.
Yeah. there we
We'd have to get David Cronenberg's Gremlins.
Gizmo puts the shotgun in his mouth like in The Fly.
He turns the chainsaw on himself.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
He like
And the
slowly
best
opens-
actor Oscar goes to Howie Mandel.
Yes. Gizmo.
Gizmo and Spike. Dual role. Gizmo and Spike. I keep saying Spike, but it's Stripe, right?
Yeah,
Stripe,
Stripes.
Stripey.
You know Spike, the character who had one spike coming out of his head.
Single hair spike. What's your current year?
Oh yes, oh yeah, I forgot. My current Euro is all of the practical and lighting effects. They're like beautiful.
Yes.
It's like, I think they were aware of how good they were too. They're like, let's just keep doing it. It was just like, I love the gremlin getting like electrocuted, or the pool when he Stripe
Yeah.
jumps in the
Oh,
pool.
man,
I was like,
Pool's
whoa,
The
awesome.
pool scene is awesome.
amazing.
Like, of how important scenes are that are obviously unrealistic as balls, and
Sure.
but within the context and the way that they make it fit so perfectly within a movie, you don't think twice. Like, oh, that's stupid that they have all this dry ice coming out of the pool
Yeah.
and like lights coming out of the pool. You don't think like that.
Uh-uh.
You're just whisked away at like how cool it looks and how it somehow fits this weird story
Yeah.
that they're telling.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
And everything fits within it. And this, because I haven't seen this movie a billion times, I don't know any cool tidbits or anything about the making of it. Well,
Ooh,
Sean does,
does.
but I don't. But like, I can't imagine all the ephemera there is to discover about these
Oh, I bet
movies
it's wild.
because they made so many choices like big choices in the making of it, and nothing was like, this isn't like a, you know, how movies are made nowadays where you got 16 cameras roving around and you just throw in the CGI. You're having scenes where like you're watching not Henry Thomas carry around this Mowgli puppet, and you're like, he has to put it down.
Yes.
And then the camera has to stay with not Henry Thomas.
Yes.
And they have to come back, and they obviously have had to change the entire puppet scenario for the fucking movie to even work. So like, you know, it's just kind of a I'm not gonna say it's a filmmaking feat, but it's just like, I love how much effort it takes to make this movie work.
It's a feat.
Yes.
It's a feat.
I think it's a feat. I mean, like, some of the shit.
1 foot.
It's 1 foot, yeah. Some of the shit is like, especially those switches, like those puppet version of a Texas switch, where like he like puts the gremlin, he puts little Gizmo out of frame, and then they pan down and you see standing Gizmo, puppet man Gizmo. Like that stuff is just so smooth that you'd never ever in the world notice it unless you were like looking for things happening.
Yeah.
Dante talks a lot about this on the commentary, but he wanted to shoot it on the back lot to legitimize everything else.
Oh, that's
He's
smart.
kind of like, if this is shot on the back lot, it will look kind of fake, and everything else is going to look fake. Like the Gremlins will look fake, but if we are already within the realm of this is a
Movie
clearly
magic.
like the fake
That's
back
smart.
lot
That's
of
So
a
this is all
town.
shot on the back lot?
Yeah.
That's so smart.
That makes sense, and it's like almost the last time you get a perfect usage of the back lot too.
Yeah.
That I can think of off the top of my fucking head.
Yeah.
But yeah, just really you can feel it, especially like when they do any of the stuff with the matte paintings walking off in the distance. It's like, so they built this whole town or something, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, it feels
Oh
good.
yeah, I love the town especially has like a stage fake world like feel, but it still like operates like an actual town, and it makes it feel even more small, and like it really brings you in. I love that. That was, and I love all like the miniatures, like the car wrecks and stuff. Like it's just cool. I was like, oh, that's great. But yeah,
It's a wonderful
it's a wonderful life.
It's a wonderful picture.
It has the feel of I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, but I've seen plenty of Frank Capra pictures, and it has the feel of such a movie.
You've seen a clip
and
from
also
it.
a horror film.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's both.
when It's a Wonderful Life is playing in this movie, are you just like, I don't know what? Did you not recognize?
Maybe
that's
not.
an interesting thing to.
I forgot
Because it plays
that-
on a
that
TV,
happened.
yeah.
But I mean, I know the beats of It's a Wonderful Life, and I know,
Sure.
you know, I have a Jimmy Stewart reaction when he appears in certain movies. But
Is that a bad reaction?
I love Jimmy Stewart
Okay.
in most things.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy Stewart in Rope. I love Jimmy Stewart in the Anthony Mann westerns. I love Jimmy Stewart in The Shootist. I love Jimmy Stewart in most Alfred Hitchcock movies.
The man.
There is a version of Jimmy Stewart, mostly in Frank Capra films, like the Mr. Smith Goes to Washington Jimmy Stewart,
Oh shit.
where I feel like the real Jimmy Stewart comes out, which is kind of this like right-wing conservative
Oh,
dickhead.
shit.
And I don't want the real Jimmy Stewart. I want the Jimmy Stewart who's pretending to be someone else. I like it when Jimmy Stewart acts more than I like Jimmy Stewart just playing Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
Jimmy.
That's fair.
Yeah, I always think his voice is really funny. All right.
It is really funny.
It's crazy.
It's really
The
funny.
man who
You're not
shot
alone.
Liberty Valance. It's like so crazy.
Where he plays like he plays like an 18-year-old at age like 49, and then plays like a 72-year-old. But that Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is an amazing movie.
Oh, so
But
good.
we should talk.
Who is the man who shot the man who shot?
The man who shot Liberty Valance is no. John Wayne.
Whoa.
Oh, John Ford shot them. John Ford is the man who shot the man who shot Liberty
Yes.
Valance.
That's good.
That's him.
I got there.
That's
Took me a
great.
second.
You did it.
I have a euro
Oh
friend,
fuck.
if you don't mind.
Okay.
I have probably 10 euros, but my two main euros. One, Mrs. Deagle is launched out a window.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
That's the
And-
moment where I was like,
Ugh.
I have seen this film.
Best death.
Yes.
I thought it was Critters 4, but I've seen this film.
I thought Critters 4 was amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
But she has one of those chairs. It's weird because throughout the movie she's walking incredibly well. So it's just
Yeah,
like
one
pure
of
laziness.
Yeah.
She didn't even need.
She's so rich.
The magical chair.
She just
Yeah.
put it in.
It's like whenever you're at the Kroger, sometimes you see somebody on one of those like scooters, and you're like, does that motherfucker even need that scooter?
No way.
Because it's like it's the Kroger brand,
Yeah.
and they're just really like a mountain of fat, like way fatter than me even. And like, and you see them get on there, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Is that a mountain of fat? Like in the distance.
Why are you on that scooter, Dad?
Deagle launch is wonderful.
I love that.
She gets launched through the fucking air.
That's
It's really
awesome.
funny. Also, I will say, I think a few times when I watched this, I had no idea that it was the same lady as the lady in the beginning because she doesn't have her wig.
Oh yeah. She looks
She
different.
has that big, like, fucking Harpo wig, except it's red.
Yeah.
That's what a lifetime
And-
of Steven Spielberg pictures has done to Sean's mind.
Maybe so.
Just simple.
And
Oh, blood simple.
and so she doesn't have the wig anymore, and I didn't realize. Okay, part 2. There's like 10 more,
Ugh.
but part 2. Jerry
Can I interject
Goldsmith.
real quick?
Oh, go
Can I
ahead.
present something to the kill donkeys? I don't know if we even talked to them about the last time.
Please.
But between you guys, is the Miss Deagle kill the best kill in Gremlins?
I think so.
Ooh,
It's my favorite. I think it's so funny.
It's really good.
May I present an alternative?
Oh,
kill?
okay. I was gonna present an alternative too.
I think, and this is the moment where I definitely knew I'd seen Gremlins. The Glenn Turman death where it shows his dead body
Yeah.
with a hypodermic needle in his ass
Yes.
is iconic. I don't know
really-
why.
It's really
That
funny.
is an iconic reveal and therefore an amazing kill.
It's pretty
It's
good.
great.
Non-violent, but but still scary and violent.
Also, it's really cool because I mean, it must have just been one very special key light or something, but like the syringe glows.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like they must have been like one guy kneeling and pointing a light directly at the syringe, but it is like
Ugh.
glowing syringe, and he's in the dark mostly. You see his like outline.
Yeah.
You see that just like beautiful glowing syringe in his ass, and you're like, he did.
That's
man.
more
He
movie
did.
magic that they don't. I
Dude,
feel like
the lighting people in the focus pullers
so
in this movie are
good.
like next level
That's
shit.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I love
this
that
is
one.
another alternate favorite kill.
Ooh.
And not necessarily because of the manner of the kill, but because of the way the death happens. Actually, it's not a death because he's in the sequel.
Oh,
but
true.
Dick Miller.
yes, Dick Miller. When Dick Miller and his wife get killed by the snowplow, he lets out a really wonderful scream that does not at all sound like Dick Miller. He just goes, "Wah!" It's like a really high pitched scream that is fucking
That's
great.
great.
Is it not the
Oh.
Wilhelm scream?
No,
Ugh.
it is.
No.
I think it's Dick.
Just
just really going for it.
that's great.
Dick Miller is wonderful in this.
Yeah.
I mean, Dick Miller is wonderful in everything, but he's so wonderful.
Do
in
they
this.
explain why he's back, or is it just like, he's?
No, I mean, in this, they don't. He just shows up.
He's like a much bigger character in the second one.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He saves the day.
It's like Dick Miller Rambo. Dick Miller Die Hard, but
Whoa.
with Dick Miller and Gremlins.
Dick hard.
That was the
Dick
pitch
hard.
to Gremlins 2.
Yes.
Die Hard with Dick Miller.
Gremlins
Yes.
2, Dick hard.
Okay.
How many more
7
Euros are you gonna squeeze in?
How
Just 7 more. Only 7 more.
fucking.
No,
more.
there's like 3.
Mm.
There's just like 3. 1. Right at
We're
the
gonna have to
beginning.
unionize, Michael.
Yes.
Right at the
yeah.
beginning. There's a little girl sitting on a bench, and the little kid like dunks a snowball into her head. He just like overhand dunks a snowball right into her head. It's fantastic. There's this family who represents Mrs. Deagle's badness, her evil,
Yeah.
because there's this mother with her 2 children, and they're just desperate to get some money and to have the rent extended. And when Mrs. Deagle says no, she goes inside, and the little girl says, "Mommy, I'm hungry." It's really good shit.
There's also a sign. I don't know if you noticed on like Deagle Real Estate.
No.
They're open from like 10:45 a.m. to 11:15 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's great.
god.
That's really good.
That's really good.
That's amazing.
Ah,
Those good gags.
Yeah,
in
those
there.
gags.
lots of good gags. This may not be even. This is not even a Euro related to its goodness, but there are crossed swords which are good.
Oh yes.
But I think cross swords must have been a thing in the 80s because as a child, over our fireplace,
What?
for some reason we had a crest. I don't know even what it was a crest
the
of.
parrot family.
To this day, no
crest.
clue. It couldn't have been the parrot family because there is no like royal lineage to the
Sure there
parrot
is,
family.
There
Sean.
must
Sure
be.
there is.
And there were 2 swords, just wooden. So cross swords must have been a big thing. Okay, 2 more things. This is it. Mr.
Mr.
Futterman
things.
is xenophobic, and he's great. He's just talking about foreigners. It's so great. And it must be mentioned. It has to be mentioned. Robbie the Robot, a star of Forbidden
Wow.
Planet, is in this movie, played by the original Robbie. Does
Whoa.
the voice. And at one point, he's on the phone just doing deals. Robbie, it's like a sign of how bad Hoyt Axton is as a salesman. That like Robbie the Robot is just making sales. He's like, "How many gallons do you want of that?" Oh, it's great.
All the gallons, please.
I didn't talk enough about Jerry Goldsmith. Real quick. Jerry Goldsmith, everything sells this movie. This movie sells itself,
Mhm.
but Jerry Goldsmith sells the sweet part.
Whoa.
Like the little gizmo theme, the little
The child humming shit.
Yes.
That can't be Howie Mandel.
I know.
no, they apparently got some little girl to sing it.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little gag.
Ah,
How's it
so
go? It goes
good.
like, it's like, do
No.
not touch me, or I will shave my head. Do not touch me.
Uh-oh.
Do not.
Fist bump.
That-
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Fist bump. Gizmo.
Man, Howie Mandel freaks me the fuck out.
I can't
freaky?
I can't mandle it.
Oh,
Just
there it is.
can't. Wait,
How
can
dare
we?
you.
Man, when I watch Little Monsters, I can't.
I will never watch that. Can I go back to the swords real quick?
please
Yes,
talk about the
please.
sword.
That gag of them falling every time someone comes in the house is amazing, and
Really good.
it's like beautiful movie stuff where like after the
Yeah.
dad gets home, it just cuts back to him putting the sword back up, and
Yes.
you're like, oh my god, that's so good.
And it's like a bit. It's a setup to a punchline to a further punchline that is, oh, I'll use this sword.
kill a
It's
gremlin.
lucky we have this sword in our house
Yeah.
because I'll use it to cut up gremlins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
It's really
and
good.
that
Yeah, there's Chekhov's rifle, and now there's Chekhov's falling
Sword.
cross swords.
Cross sword.
that's great.
Anton,
Ugh.
thank you so much for all you do for the story, people.
Yeah, I loved it. I think
Yes.
it was cool. I love that whole scene with the mom like killing all the gremlins, and then
Ah.
like it got so intense when like it's in the tree, like trying to like. I was like, holy
Yes.
fuck, this is intense.
When she starts killing gremlins, that's where I forgot that they even made movies with balls like this
Yeah.
anymore.
It's great.
Yeah.
There is no fucking way a single gremlin or any human being dies if this movie's made in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
No.
Like, people would just get like, they're frozen. They're not dead. We'll thaw them out later. We froze the gremlins. We turned them back into mogwais or whatever the fuck.
We made them sweet.
This movie is like, no. That
They're
one,
dead
she's going to stab that one. Stab it
Yes.
many times.
violently. Like call back to Psycho shit.
Yes.
Hitchcock style stabbings. Like,
She's gonna
like,
blend its head.
Blend it.
Then she's
Microwave.
Then she's going to
Microwave.
fucking
I love
microwave,
that.
and they're going to show it explode.
Yes.
It's so awesome.
Goo will hit
And
the
because of
inside.
that,
I love it.
because of that, I thought they were going to kill the fucking mom.
I really
It
thought
did
so
have
too.
that vibe, yeah.
It was scary.
And I was like, oh man, they're going to kill the mom. And then no, they just kill another gremlin, throw its head in the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Burning head.
It's weird to say this, but Gremlins has huge balls.
Yeah.
Gremlins.
Gremlins
Yeah.
has a ball. It's a ballsy flick.
Even the balls alone of having there's an entire scene of the mom who's not a big character, all alone killing gremlins.
Yeah, it's
like,
awesome.
Yes.
what? Who? Where is?
It's the best.
She's not even that big of a character. And then she gets to be like a big hero for a few minutes. She's all alone. She gets to live her own heroic story.
It's great.
It's great.
I loved it. I thought she was wonderful.
But it can't all be positive. We've got to say
Can't
negative
it?
shit. We must.
Can't.
We must say negative shit. These are our low main lomans.
Lomans.
Michael, would you like to go first?
I guess so. It is really tough because it is just such a magical, like, this is just fun. Like, it's hard to, like you said earlier, like, it puts you in this, like, fake world. So, like, everything's kind of okay. It's like,
Yeah.
it's fine and it's just fun. But if I had to pick one, I think it would have to be, like, the nods to, like, E.T. and stuff. I really hate that crap.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, this is annoying. Like the E.T. toy, or like there's a
Yeah.
gremlin unplugging a phone and he's like, phone home. I was like, okay,
Yes.
this.
But but Spielberg can't help himself with that shit. And there's good things about having,
Yeah,
the fact that Spielberg was involved in this movie too.
true.
Like,
Sure.
although, god damn it, you know what? I'm gonna piggyback onto your worst. The sheer notion, the fact that Steven Spielberg is a producer and probably had heavy input on the picture,
Sure.
suddenly cast this into that whole poltergeist world where it's disputed as to how much Spielberg,
Yeah.
Joe Dante and Toby Hooper had to do with these movies.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And if you get to know those filmmakers, this is a Joe Dante picture,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And, I know Spielberg got it made and probably, got everyone paid, but
Sure.
that shit does get tiresome.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Sean. I'm sorry if that hurts you.
No, that doesn't hurt me. I mean,
that-
I think Hooper made Poltergeist.
Yeah.
whoa.
I mean, I'm sure Spielberg got him enough money to make it really look smooth and slick.
Right.
But I think Toby Hooper
Tooper.
mostly makes insane shit, but he's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
That scene in Poltergeist where like all the skeletons come out of the grave, that's Toby Hooper
Ugh.
shit.
yeah,
That's
It's
a
not
classic.
Steven Spielberg shit.
no,
Yeah.
no, tearing your own face off. That's,
Oh, that was
yeah.
nuts. That
That's
as a
super.
kid, after I saw that, I was like,
It's fun.
messed up. I was
It's
like,
really fun.
Plus, if Spielberg had made this movie, everyone would be divorced.
Yes, that's true.
Like,
There would-
Phoebe Cates would have been divorced. Like, I can't be with you, fellow young person.
That's good.
Because we're divorced.
Yeah,
we're
we're already
pre-divorced.
Wasn't crazy. Another. I'll double down on the shit talking. I'll
Do
double
it.
down on my low man.
Ooh.
The two lead actors not so hot.
Hmm.
Dang.
Not packing the heat of
The
your
heat.
usual Spielberg fest. He usually
Hot.
gets the child actors going pretty
Phoebe
good.
Cates is hot.
There's no like iconic performance like Drew Barrymore's performance in this one. Phoebe Cates and I don't even know who that guy's name is.
Zach
Jim
Galligan.
Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan. Yeah.
Vince Gilligan.
Zim Jalligan.
Like they don't fuck up the movie by any stretch.
Mm-mm.
No.
And it's not Phoebe Cates' fault that when I see Phoebe Cates, all I can do is imagine the pool scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Yeah.
And also Judge Reinhold is in it too, so
Oh, yeah.
it really made me think of her nude nonstop, which is a bit
Oh,
distracting.
wait a minute. Does he die? Or does he just disappear from the movie?
No, he is just.
He
He got
feels-
mostly cut out.
Wow.
Okay, I was about
That's
to say he
interesting.
feels cut out.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
He-
weird.
He was supposed to be a bigger character. Honestly, like, where the fuck would you put
Yeah.
him in that
They
movie?
shoulda-
It's good that he's not
Just
there.
a death scene would have been fine, probably.
Yes.
It is weird,
just
though.
one shot of him impaled
Yeah.
on a
Well, the
cross.
movie- That's where like the leads casting is weird because it feels like he's supposed to be such like if you look at his room and some of the things they say about him, it's like he feels like he's supposed to be such a loser.
Hmm.
Yes.
But that kid has like a fucking chiseled chin and like
yeah.
like probably a big dick and like armpit hair and like he's
Yeah.
like a fucking man.
Yes.
And it just doesn't work. So when Judge Reinhold feels like Judge Reinhold's supposed to be like this bully character.
Yeah.
But the bullying doesn't work because it's like, dude, you better shut up, Judge Reinhold, or he's going to slap the dick out of your mouth and beat your ass in front of your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's like, and when they're in the bar, you're like, it's like that guy's gonna drink like 16 beers and smoke a carton of cigarettes. He's manly.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work, so it's just kind of off. Like
Yeah.
Henry Thomas would have worked better. I've never said that in my
Yes.
life, but he would have worked better. You know.
Dang.
HT.
And also, it's like Phoebe Cates. Once Phoebe Cates likes you instead of somebody else, well, I mean,
it's over.
you can bully me all the fuck you want.
That's so
The
true.
cutest girl in
Sean
town.
loves Phoebe
Loves-
Cates. She doesn't do it for me in this movie. I
Really?
don't know why. Yeah.
I think she does it for me in the
love her.
sense that she's not like the typical like leading lady, like all that like depressing stuff and just like dark
Oh,
like
yes.
I like that she's a bit nuanced. That's kind of nice, but she is a bit like yeah, not super star power stuff, but
Well, Michael, her dad rotted in their chimney.
okay.
I
Who's
saw Mommy
hasn't?
excavating Santa Claus.
Okay,
That
I
was
got a low main
crazy.
too.
Do you?
Yeah. of
How many?
course.
How many?
Just one.
What?
All right. I was about to stand on this desk and start chanting solidarity for myself and Michael.
I usually have very few low mains.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
lots
that's true.
Lots of euros. Okay, low main. The Gremlins bar scene, which has a lot of parts that I like.
Mm.
Is a little
What
too
are
long.
you about to do?
It's just a little too long.
Okay.
I-
What?
I can
a little too
I can
long.
see that. There's some bits
Is it-
that didn't need to be there.
It's a little too long.
It's like, all right.
That's the movie. That's like the movie in the middle of the movie that Joe Dante loves. That's the
Oh,
shit. That's
I
the-
love so much.
Well,
of
they also have the theater scene, so I feel like you don't need both of those. Like the theater's so they get it all in the theater. You don't really need all of the bar. You can cut like a chunk out of the bar.
There's some
You
good bits in the
hateful
bar.
wretches.
There's some good bits in the bar.
That's Gag City,
Oh,
man.
I will.
A lot of good
I will
gags.
say, Chad Ryden brought this up. There was no reason for her to be pouring them beers, and that's a part of the goofiness. But it was like, this is silly.
That's honestly my favorite part
It is
of
funny,
the bar
yeah.
scene. Is
The
like
customer is always right, Chad Ryden.
it is really like so true about living in the service industry. It's just like, well, fuck. I guess I got to give these Gremlins beers. I don't want to get a bad Yelp review, so I just. They clearly don't have wallets because they don't have pants
Yeah.
to put the wallet in. But I guess, man, what if they tell my boss?
Daffy Duck didn't need pants
Ooh, good
to
point.
have all sorts of occupations and
Ugh,
myriad situations.
That's very true.
You're right.
I did. I have you both there.
We've been had.
So you guys just didn't have shit to say negative about it, and you just picked that.
No.
I didn't even find it that negative. I would just agree. I'm like, oh, I guess yeah, you could trim that because it is.
You are into
a
agreeing.
little.
Well, like okay, so like when it cuts to like the guy and he's like sitting at the table by himself, that went a
Yes.
little long. It's like the gremlin who's like he's like a jazz gremlin or something. I don't know.
Jazz Gremlin?
It
Yes.
did feel like it kind of lost its momentum of the rest was so fun and like woo, I don't know.
Yes. A
Is
celebration
that
of
scene
this.
as
Oh, go ahead.
as preposterous as in Weird Science when Anthony Michael Hall does his weird blackface voice?
Ooh.
I've never seen that, but that sounds right up
He-
my.
Always does his blackface voice. He does it in Breakfast Club too.
He is addicted to that really racist character.
I'm black. is basically his blackface voice. I'm a blues musician, man.
Blues.
It's insane.
It's pretty amazing.
Can we cancel Anthony Michael Hall for a
Please.
blackface voice he did when he was 11
Let's
years
do
old?
it. Let's do it
I
now.
don't know if we can. I think we can do anything now. That's if it sticks. That's the hard part.
Mm.
Because like, I mean, the Kevin Hart thing, he got in trouble for stuff that he apologized for like 10 years ago, and then they tried to re-cancel him. He was
Mm.
like, remember when you said that gay stuff? And he's like, yeah, but I already said I was sorry, and I was a different guy, and now I'm a more loving man.
Now I'm just
And
a
they're like,
richer.
no.
I'm more rich.
Now,
Yeah, now I have gay friends.
now I keep all that stuff in my head. I don't
Now I
say
have
it.
a
out
hairdresser.
loud. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Public
now I
apologies
never,
are like
now I never put it on
what?
Twitter.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
I just have conversations with my close friends who know I'm not a bad person, and then when I say stuff like that, they go, "Oh, he was just joking."
Yeah, haha.
What a insane concept.
I think the better thing to do if someone tries to cancel you is to live in such an insular world that you become God,
Ooh,
like Johnny Depp.
yes. Well, didn't his canceling come back around?
Probably. I'm not good at keeping up with all the cancellations.
Now, this may be if the
BB.
kill donkeys know,
Ooh.
please tell me. But I believe it came out that his ex-wife was also beating him.
What?
Like his ex-wife was like really, really violent towards him. Now that's not
I
a
think
non
that was his counter cancel. I think that was his counter canceling.
Yeah, he was like, well, actually, she's canceled because she beat the shit out of
Yeah.
me.
2 beatings
small.
don't make a
I'm a
right.
tiny little guy.
She threw him out a window.
He got deagled.
Don't you be talking to me. He just gets.
I'll bring you that horizon.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't. That's not. I feel bad for him, but I also don't
Have
like
you
him
noticed
at
they
all.
can't like Shia LaBeouf is like cancel proof.
Yes.
He has been canceled like 6 goddamn times.
He makes it
Yeah.
art. He's like, this is a part of
Yeah.
me now.
Just puts a fucking bag over his head, says I'm
Yeah.
canceled,
Yeah.
and then she's like, that guy is no longer canceled.
We love this guy. He's so fun. Didn't
I
he
think if
beat
you're a child
up
star, you
many
can kind of
women?
get away with shit because it's like we did that to him.
Yes.
We
We
fucked
ruined
that
him.
kid up.
We gave him cocaine when he was 7. Maybe maybe that's our fault.
Maybe.
Maybe we blew it.
Oh, cocaine! Never give a cocaine to a 7-year-old because you know what happens. They'll turn into a gremlin.
They'll
They'll
turn into a gremlin.
No
Don't give
cocaine
a
after midnight.
No.
7-year-old cocaine after midnight.
I thought about it. It's weird. Like, so Gizmo just never can drink water. Like, how do they live?
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Also, beer.
Don't
They can
put too
drink
much
beer.
thought
I
into
know,
this,
it's
Michael,
still-
or you'll be like, those motherfuckers are rolling around in the snow.
Yeah, I did have
Yes.
that thought. I
Yes.
had to tell
No,
myself to stop.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do it to the burbs
Oh,
either.
there was a
You have to abandon all the rules.
back when
yeah.
I was in
They're
film
important, but
school.
unimportant.
I had
Ooh,
a
film
really
school.
dumb. It was like zombies, but they are just people covered in glitter and like how glitter spreads on you. And I was like, anything they touch gets covered in glitter. And then someone was like, well, wouldn't the ground just be covered in glitter because they're walking on it? So I get it. Don't do that
Yeah.
stuff. It's annoying.
Yeah. And if you really want to go deep dive, watch the Gremlins 2, and they make a lot of fun of the rules
Oh.
while still sort of obeying the rules. That's good.
And you
Friends?
should also watch the Gremlins 2 sketch by Key and Peele.
Yes, please.
Yes.
And you
Please.
should also watch a acquaintance of mine, Nick Let's Go, has a Gremlins 3 trailer on Twitter
What?
at Nick Let's Go, and he also has many he has songs about why that are basically dirges bemoaning the lack of further Gremlins
Yeah, what's up?
sequels because by the math, the strict math,
Yeah.
we should be up to like Gremlins 6 or 7 right now. 6
Please
years
Yes.
bring
into
it
the
back.
future.
Or a remake,
stuff-
something.
His stuff's really good. His stuff
Okay.
is really good.
When will there
I've
be
seen
a
his videos. They're
remake?
wonderful.
When?
When are we getting one? I think also
Please
they
don't.
probably fucked up by the second one. The second movie's like 4 or 5 years later, which is way
I
too
think it's
late.
6, yeah.
Oh, is it 6?
That's a long
Jeez.
time between sequels for a movie that isn't like that didn't enter. Although I guess it kind of did, but it didn't enter like.
Wow.
You can do that with like Alien because
Yes.
it's like becomes an iconic like
Mhm.
Mhm.
experience that lives in the back of your mind for the rest of your life because it's a fucking penis and vagina monster attacking you, and then it's about
Yeah.
abortion and all these things that no one talked about at that time. That works when it's just like, oh, these are tribbles but on planet Earth.
Yes.
It doesn't work that well.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay in the lexicon forever.
And the second one's not a Christmas movie, right? It's just like
No.
that's a wild. That's
it's Dick
interesting.
Miller and Die Hard, and Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so I'm gonna have to rebuke what you've just said.
Dick
there,
Hard.
Michael. Sorry.
Dick Hard.
Friends, do you have any other things that you want to say about this feature film, Gremlins?
I just loved it.
Yeah, I want to thank the Kill Donkeys for voting this instead of like,
Yes. Ugh.
You would have had to watch It's a Wonderful Life
Ugh.
or Miracle on 34th Street, both of which are great.
Never seen
I'm
it.
sure they're probably great too, but this was definitely a movie I was never ever going to watch.
Ugh.
So
It's so fun.
This
And
is
it's,
a great, right up your alley kind of movie.
kicked so much ass. It's not like one of my favorite movies or anything else, but like this is like right at the level of where like a good picture is.
Yeah.
This is just a
It's
rock.
a good
This
picture.
was
Good
movie
picture.
magic, and I loved it.
That's a good picture.
It's beautiful. And one last note.
Yeah.
When Stripe is using the chainsaw against the main
Yes.
guy's bat, I love, like, when he gets, I don't even remember what happens. Gizmo does something, and Stripe goes flying back, and the chainsaw just, like, it's like a plot device, just, like, drags him away. It's really
Yes.
funny. I was like, that's
Drags
so
him away
good.
and then unplugs itself.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, it's so good. We must return to Thanksgiving. We
Whoa.
haven't finished with David Fincher. So,
No.
last
We're still
time
watching
we said
7.
we'd watch
It's
7.
taking us weeks.
Okay, we're watching 7, which is a great way to end the year
Yes. Perfect.
on just like a miserable fucking movie.
Perfect.
We're gonna watch 7. Join us to watch 7. Follow us on Twitter at Food Courtcast,
Mhm.
on Instagram and Food Court Movie Podcast.
That's right.
Facebook, do you use it? Who cares? Follow us if you're on iTunes listening to us right now.
Oh.
Just head on into the app, give us 5 stars, write us a wonderful review. If you're watching us on Twitch, thank you so much for watching. We love to be watched on Twitch.
Yeah.
We love the Kill Donkeys watching
I
us.
think we deserve a good review at this point. I
Yeah.
liked Gremlins. I know everyone thought I was gonna not like
I
Gremlins.
loved it.
That's true.
Sean was 100% fucking certain I was gonna
I
like
was like
Gremlins.
30%. I think it's your kind of movie, which had me hopeful.
You
that
thought I
you
was
would
gonna
like it.
dislike it out of some sort of like general personal failing.
No, I mean,
No,
think,
it's fine. I did too.
no, I thought
That's
what I
good.
thought is like kind of the way I have with some movies where like I put in my due diligence. I tried to watch First Cow, even though
Fuck.
that's just not the kind of movie that I like. I don't
I
really
don't
like a
know it.
movie about like men in the olden days with a cow.
I do like movies like that, but you can't call it First Cow.
First
Can't
cow.
First
I'm
Cow.
too much of a child.
Wait, what is?
I can't not laugh at it being called First Cow.
This is a thing.
As long as I fucking live, I won't be able to watch that movie
Never
without
s-
snickering the whole
I've never
time.
heard of
It's-
that.
It's
Michael.
apparently, according to almost
First
every list,
Cow.
the best movie of the year.
It is the best picture of the year, sweeping New York Film Critics Awards.
Yeah.
And you watch the whole trailer, and you're like, "Oh man, this is like a movie about like how this is a universal. This movie has universal themes, and God, look how beautifully it's shot."
Yeah.
And then at the fucking end of the trailer, they go, "First cow,"
Yeah, first cow.
and you're just like, "Wow, we're fucked."
First Cow.
First
Sean and I
cow.
just lost our minds.
That's
We laughed harder
insane.
at that than we laughed at Cats.
Wow. I still think the most I've laughed at a title was in there's like that animated movie called in the movie the theme park is called Wonderland, but I guess
Yes.
legally they couldn't call the movie that. And then
Yes.
it's like, we gotta save Wonderland, and it cuts to the title card. It goes Wonder World. It's like, what? So stupid.
Check
No,
out
Wonder
that
Park.
trailer. Ooh,
Wonder,
Wonder Park,
Park.
that's what it
Even
is.
worse.
Wonder Park.
So dumb.
Oh my god.
I was like, what?
I don't know why that and First Cow. I don't know why it gets me so,
It's so
good, but it
funny.
does.
It's really
Because you
good.
got to be working on a movie for a long time, and then you just get to a part where like, I don't even fucking care what we call it anymore. Just fucking call it First Cow. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
First Cow. It's the
First
first
Cow.
cow in America. Why wouldn't we call it
That's
First
so
Cow?
insane. What?
Man, they could have called it Cow. They could have called it
Yes.
Cow.
Cow would have been
And I
much
wouldn't
better.
have laughed as hard as I did. At
The cow.
The Cow would even be better than First Cow.
I mean, I was ready for like Barack Obama to come prancing. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I like. It just didn't sound like what it is, and I'll never know now.
Moo. Ooh,
No.
moo.
Moo
Moo.
would be worse than First Cow, I think.
No.
Moo would be really
But
bad.
like they don't even
What
read
about
it.
moo,
It's just the sound.
all lowercase and then period.
Oh,
Moo.
moo. Yeah, you
Moo.
have to you can't even really emote when you say it. Moo.
Moo. Yeah.
This summer. Moo.
Or first.
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to say it in cow voice.
I love. Yeah. And it's spelled out like the way it sounds somehow.
MERRRR. Period.
First cow with a question mark would be good too.
First
First
cow?
cow.
I mean, that's essentially when you read it, you go first cow.
Yeah.
So there should be a question mark, like first cow.
What if it?
What?
What about a subtitle like under it, like First Cow Awakening or something? Would that help?
First cow,
the beginning.
hellbound. Friends, we could talk all night about first cow, but we must bed. We must head to bed. We must put on our kerchief and our cap and enjoy a wonderful Christmas. Michael, Merry Christmas to you.
Happy holidays.
Or Happy Holidays, whatever you do.
Happy Xmas.
John, Happy Hanukkah. Or what is the black one?
Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. To all the kill donkeys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week talking about ho 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 7. Bon appetit.
Bye bye bye.